one here is actually set up as a magnet crane right now for picking up plates and tie spikes. They're replacing the actual tie itself. We can also offer in different configurations as a tie handler, where we actually have a clamp out there for moving ties. You can actually grab onto the tie and set them in place, or you can stockpile any of the old ties. Machine right now is sitting up on the casters just for getting to the show, but underneath is the actual rail gear that it runs on the rail. It's got the hydraulic braking as far as the dynamic braking goes from the hydrostatic travel. As soon as you let off on the pedal, it'll go ahead and apply the dynamic braking. You can see right now we have a swing boom configuration. The nice thing about this is if you're working against an adjoining track and you have an oncoming train, you can pin the pin right here. It locks the swing frame from able to make the excavator so it can no longer swing over in front of swing directly in front of the oncoming or the adjoining track. By not swinging over the adjoining track, you can't follow it. But you can continue working by swinging just the boom itself. You can swing back and forth and make the boom. This allows the guy to work along beside an adjoining track right up until the train headlights are visible. At that time, he would stop operating and let the train go by. If he could work an extra 10-15 minutes not having to clear the track because of the oncoming train, in some of these areas you can have up to 30 to 40 trains having to come by a day, and that gives him an excessive amount of additional time that he's capable of working without having to stop the machine. Over here is our hydraulic-driven generator that operates our magnet. By the hydraulic, it has a priority valve back here that maintains so that you can still use all the excavator functions while this hydraulic motor is going, so it doesn't rob all of your hydraulic pressure just to operate the motor. The motor's actually being shared directly with the excavator so that you're able to work with the magnet and be able to move full hydraulic functions. Along with the dynamic braking it uses in the hydrostatic side of the machine as far as tramming it, using the dynamic braking, you also have a spring-applied, oil-released hydraulic dead man brake circuit. That circuit there during park situation is automatically applied. When he's operating the machine, he actually uses the dynamic braking to slow the machine down, not actually using the brake pads. The brake pads are only there for parking or for emergencies. There's a pedal in the cab that you step on to apply it if for any reason you need to come to an instant stop. You bring your controls down, you have your standard controls here, you can lock the magnet, you can sit there and run full operation as far as the hydraulic excavator goes. As far as locking that pin there to put it in this configuration, we've added a monitor over here on this wall so the guy can actually swing and he can look to see when that pin's actually lined up, so he doesn't have to constantly get in and out of the cab to line up his monitor. To travel the machine, you just hit the pedal travel the machine, he just hits the pedal either direction to go forward or reverse, depending on if he's sitting in direction A or direction B. To operate the swing boom, he operates it right here, and this only operates once that pin's applied. This pedal here is my emergency braking. If I have to come to an instant stop, if I step on this, it automatically locks the dead man brake up. Operate and maintenance. Use this gauge here to maintain your voltage going to your magnet to make sure whether or not you have a proper voltage at your magnet. This also has a Garmin located in here for ground speed for FRA regulations, and a battery of switches here to set your machine up in different configurations. We have it set up so that if he pushes down, if the operator pushes down on the boom, it will not pick the machine up to derail it. If he has to put it back on the rail and he needs that additional power, by flicking a switch down here, that changes the hydraulic power of your boom down and enables the guy to go ahead and put himself back on the rail. But when you're running the magnet or a tie clamp, you don't want to keep derailing yourself by pushing down too hard, so we take that ability away from the operator until he absolutely needs it.